caffeine's our call. Ralph with tech news ready for all. Coding workouts getting us toned. By sunrise we'll be in the zone. Grab your Java, sip the brew. Headlines, tech tips just for you. Editing lines, making it tight. With every keystroke we see the light. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Push those reps in lines of code. Script the future fast and bold. From headlines deep to bites so bright, we're your guide to morning mics. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coding flows, camaraderie grows. News unfolds and insight flows. Minute by minute, heartbeats pace. Come join us at the daily race. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Merry Christmas. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you had a great Christmas Eve. I had a great Christmas Eve. Hang out with some family members, and saw my cousin who I haven't seen since I had a layover in Denver in September. And then before that, I don't even know when was the last time I saw her. But great Christmas Eve, great Christmas morning. Welcome. I'm Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. Good morning, Yakar, aka Mr. Technique. Good morning, Roxy. Merry Christmas to you both. Roxy, I saw the message you sent me, and thank you. I appreciate it so much. I really appreciate your support.
I appreciate you.
All right, so it's Christmas. That means the Victory album is in all of the music platforms. It's on Spotify, it's on YouTube Music, it's on Apple Music, it's in Amazon Music, it's in Pandora, I'm guessing. It is everywhere. Check it out. I have been listening to it all night. My wife was doing her hair last night and she was listening to it on repeat. So I love it. And that's the thing, right? I create stuff because I like it. And hopefully other people like it. But if they don't, then guess what? I still like it. And, oh no, scratch that. I love it. So we're going to get into our news. But first, I am feeling a little bit better. I think I'm just going through the phases of getting over this cold. So I'm pretty sure tomorrow I should be feeling much better, definitely by Friday. It also helped that I didn't go to jiu-jitsu this week, so but I will be going tomorrow morning, hopefully. So, but doing much better. And at noon, we're going to be having a premiere of a thought that I have, right? A thought of if you learn to test your code first, will that help you to write better code? So I'm going to be going through that and showing my example on what really helped me when learning to code, coming from it, like because I was a QA engineer for such a long time. And I'm going to be sharing how that being a QA engineer, knowing how to test software, learning how to test code helped me to learn how to write code. And that's the strategy that I use. Kind of touched on it last week, but I'm going more into it this week on how that was pretty much revolutionary to me as I went through my Python courses, my Java courses, my JavaScript courses, all of that. So check it out. I will be in the chat with you and answering any questions. Tomorrow, I am going to do a Patreon live exclusive where I'm going to be updating my resume and answering any questions. It's not going to be on YouTube. It is going to be on Google Meet so that anyone who is a Patreon member, they can join the call. And if they have any questions, they can see what I'm doing, all of that. I'm also going to record it and then upload it to the Patreon afterwards. But you can ask me any questions, tech questions, why I'm doing my resume that way, whatever it is that you want to ask, and see my strategy, what I'm going to be updating for all of my 2024 update from the last time. I think the last time I did it was either mid-year or at the beginning of the year. I'm not 100% sure. But we're going to be updating that, and you're going to see how I crafted, how I'm going to make it a little bit more concise. So feel free to tune in. It's going to be on Google Meet, so we can have a conversation, and I'll answer any questions that you may have. I'm going to be doing it at 2 p.m., and I'm going to run to like 3:30ish, and then we'll go from there. And then tomorrow night, also going to be going live as we continue to work on our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. Let me start our timer for today because I'm not trying to wear out my voice this morning. But yeah, so that's all the stuff that we have going on this week. Saturday, still going to do our morning show. Sunday, we're going to be doing our Kubernetes. I am very excited to get back into Kubernetes on Sunday because I had so much fun working on it this past Sunday. And it's like, I don't know, it's like as I learn all these things, it's trying to pull me away from my bread and butter of QA. But I don't know, I was very, very impressed by Kubernetes. I'm very, very impressed by Docker. I'm very impressed by DevOps as a whole. So we shall see what the future holds. All right. But with that being said, let's jump into our news stories for today. I'm going to run through them real quick. Not that many news stories because I really want to focus on testing these apps that we have to test it on. We have to test the time cost calculator on iOS, the simulator for iOS. We need to actually test it on real devices for iOS and for Android. I just remember there was some feedback that I got from the feedback form that said something about on iOS. I'll pull it up, but on iOS that the keyboard, if we can make that collapse after entering your information or giving so that you can see the full screen. So I'm gonna see. I haven't checked it on iOS yet, but I have an idea what they're talking about. So we're gonna look into that as well. All right. So and let me just highlight my people real quick. We got your car says Mr. Technique is in the building. Good morning, Mr. Technique.
Let's get it.
And we have Roxy in the building. Roxy on the scrubs. And because Roxy's here, you know we have to end the show with Roxy's song today. So as we get towards the end, we're going to play my favorite nurse's song, Roxy on the Scrubs. Good morning and Merry Christmas to you, Roxy. Again, thank you so much for the message you sent me. I haven't had time to respond to it yet, but I really, really appreciate it. All right. Let's get into our news for today. All right, first news story of the day. American Airlines ground stop ends. So what happened with American Airlines? I heard something about it yesterday, but I wasn't really following too much on it. It says the world's largest airline has lifted a ground stop that briefly stalled all of U.S. flights on one of the busiest travel days of the year. American Airlines said a technical vendor glitch wreaked havoc on its operations Tuesday morning as thousands of passengers prepared to board planes ahead of Christmas Day. It didn't say whether it's expected any residual delays. The airlines expects to fly nearly 12.7 million passengers during the holiday period, while the Federal Aviation Administration anticipates 30,000 U.S. flights across all carriers on Christmas Eve alone. So, happy to see that they got that result. I wonder what this. Let me see. What is this technical vendor glitch here? Let's see if they have any details on there. Uh, no, really, really, Bloomberg. Whatever. We will. Well, scratch that. But I am curious. Let me see what. Let's check AP News. Let's see if there's any insight on what caused this. A technical problem. Because so American. Let's see. Let's click on this technical problem. All right. So, do they have any details on that? Nope. They just said. So we'll have to follow up to see what exactly this technical problem is that grounded all these flights. Government regulators cleared American Airlines to get airborne about an hour after the Federal Aviation Administration ordered a national ground stop for the airline. The order, which prevented planes from taking off, was issued at the airline's request after it experienced trouble with its flight operating system, or FOS. The airline blamed technology from one of its vendors. It's kind of like what happened with not exactly the same, but like CrowdStrike caused a lot of flights to get grounded and stuff like that. Now another vendor is causing American Airlines to be grounded yesterday. So I wonder what's going to be the fallout for this. So we will definitely keep an eye on this to see what happened, what was this technical glitch, and which vendor was it, so that we can do a little bit more research and maybe even a bug bite episode of that. All right, let's continue on with our next article of the day. So Starbucks strike closed 170 stores. 170. Okay, that's how many Starbucks stores are there in total? But a strike by Starbucks baristas closed around 170 cafes nationwide on Christmas Eve. Let me expand that. It says the workers' union Starbucks Workers United aimed to disrupt operations at 300 locations. The 5-day work stoppage affected Starbucks location in major cities including Boston, New York, and Philadelphia, with more than 5,000 workers participating per the union. Its largest strike to date. The strike started Friday after pay negotiations hit an impasse. A Starbucks spokesperson said the chain offers average pay of more than $18 an hour plus best in class benefits. And I know somebody who works at Starbucks, and yeah, they told me that they get paid like $18 an hour to be a barista. And you know, I, I just wonder what is the average age of the Starbucks baristas in whatever positions that they have at Starbucks. Because, like I said before, I remember when I was in like high school, middle school, it was high school students doing work study program, maybe college students. It was young people, and the manager might have been like in their 30s, but it was young people who were doing these jobs, and they were happy for the opportunity to have something to put on their resume. Now it seems like these high school students don't have any opportunity, and by the time they get into they graduate college and they get into the workforce, they have no people skills, they have no etiquette skills, they just don't know how to maneuver in the world. And I think it's because the the I don't know, just the whole workforce has changed where now these smaller jobs these smaller jobs where they used to be like to build experience, now they've turned into careers where now we have workers unions for baristas, the fancy term of a person who gives you coffee. And it's I don't know, it's just interesting to me that the way the whole from 20 years ago, the way the whole landscape of work has shifted. So maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. All right. Anyways, let's continue. This one says U.S. steel deal referred for review. A high-level government review board was deadlocked on the national security risk of nearly $15 billion planned deal for Japanese Nippon Steel to purchase U.S. Steel, handling the decision to President Joe Biden. Is he still president? What? Where? This is. Oh yeah, he is still president. I just didn't know because this is actually we're still in December It is not January 21st yet. So, yes, he is still president. Okay, so Biden, who came out against the deal in March, has just over 2 weeks to reach a final decision per the White House. The White House has previously said once iconic U.S. deal should be domestically owned and run. The companies have suggested they would seek a legal challenge to any refusal. The company, so I guess U.S. Steel and Japan's Nippon Steel would seek a challenge, a legal challenge. So I don't know too much about this whole U.S. Steel deal and this the national security implications, all that stuff, right? But but my question is, are our tax dollars going to are they going to what is the word when they what is that word when they like bail out, or well, it's a different word, but like are they going to be going towards forcing US Steel to remain an American owned and ran company? The reason I ask that because remember when we had the auto crisis back in 08ish, and the government bailed out the auto manufacturers, and then um, at the end of the day, Chrysler ended up being bought by an Italian company. And my thing is like, okay, so if this deal is
Okay, let's
forced,
move on.
if this deal is forced to stay, right? Like, well, it's not gonna be sold to any other company. Why didn't another American company step up to buy U.S. Steel? And are they gonna just end up going out of business? So I don't know. I don't know um, if our tax dollars is going to be going to it. I want to know why and what's the national security risk of us forcing what seems like to be a dying company to stay open. Like, why is it my tax dollars to pay for this company to stay open and not Japan's Nippon Steel's personal money, $15 billion to keep it open, right? So I don't know. Whenever I hear like national security risk, I want more. I want more details. Like, why is it a national security risk, right? So, anyways, that is that story. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. Let's move on to our last one. Last story for today. Apple enters Google's antitrust fray. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Apple is angling to join Google's antitrust legal battle over online search, arguing that it can't depend on Google to defend its interests in their revenue sharing pact. As part of their deal, Google is the default on Apple products, while Apple received $20 billion from that arrangement in 2022 alone, per Reuters. And Apple's like, honestly, if I'm Apple, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you guys doing? Why are you guys trying to affect my $20 billion when people are gonna still use Google on our devices anyways? At least we're getting $20 billion to make it default. All the people are gonna use it anyway. So what the hell gives? I get it. Right. So the Justice Department wants Google to, among other things, sell its Chrome browser to ensure search competition. Google maintains the DOJ's proposal is overbroad. It countered with a plan for shorter, non-exclusive distribution agreements with Apple and other partners through its though it intends to appeal August's monopoly ruling. So, Google's angling it from both ways, but Apple is saying, whoa, Google cannot speak for us. We still want our $20 billion from Google. If they're not going to be our default search, then they're not going to have to pay us. And our customers are still going to say, google.com, make this my default search browser. The customers are like, well, thank you for doing it for us, but if you don't, then we're just going to do it ourselves. And Apple's not going to get their $20 billion every single year. Let me take a quick look at this real quick. Anything interesting in here? Let me see. Apple doesn't plan to build its own search engine to compete with Alphabet's Google. Whether or not the payments continued, the company lawyer said in court papers filed in Washington on Monday. Apple received an estimated $20 billion from its agreement with Google in 2022.
Okay, let's move on.
Apple wants to call witnesses to testify at an Apple trial. Prosecutors will seek to show how Google must take several measures, including selling its own Chrome browser and potentially its is Android operating system. That is crazy. To restore competition and get the hell out of here. Google can no longer adequately represent Apple's interests. Google must now defend against a broad effort to break up its business unit. I mean, fair, fair. The Department of Justice prosecution of Google is a landmark case that could reshape how users find online information. That is just ruining our lives. Just ruining our lives, unfortunately. All right. Let me see. All right, that's about it. That is about it. All right, so let's go back to full screen. Let's go back to full screen. All right, so that is our news for today. Apple says, "Hey, we still want it. We still want our $20 billion, right? We still want our $20 billion. Do not take the bag away from us." All right, so next up, we are going to get into our testing our app on the emulator first or the simulator for iOS. And then we're going to, if we have time, then we'll actually start doing it real on the devices so that we can go from there. Do me a favor, though, if you haven't done so already, the link for the Victory album is in the description. That is my Christmas gift to myself as well as to you. Hopefully you enjoy it. More to come. Your car hit us with the
Do not come.
on Christmas. Your car on Christmas. Really your car on Christmas. Do we? Can we not have a little bit of grace for one day, huh? On your car, can we not have a little grace for one day? I guess I'll take that as a no. I will take that as a no. Okay, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's go ahead and transition over into working on our mobile app. Yeah, let's get to that. And then we'll wrap up the day after that. So in order to test this on the iOS device or simulator, we need to launch Xcode. And it's been a while since we did this, so let's see if all goes well. Open Developer Tools Simulator. Let's see. And let me see if I can pull this up actually. Oh, okay, I got you. That was towards Apple. I was like, man, I want my money. Like, hey, dirty, baby, I want my money. All right. Say, hey, Google, baby, I want my money. Let me see if I can find this feedback. All right, let's go over here. Responses. So let me show this real quick. So somebody had filled out the form and they had said, so they said a done button at the left of the numbers page that pops up so that after I punch the numbers, I will be able to close the number screen so that I can have a screen on all the information instead of half the screen of a number pad that I am no longer using. And I think that is related to Apple, but we shall see. I'll confirm on Google as well. But I think this is what's happening over here. But let's see. All right, so let's go back over here. And let's go ahead and make this a little bigger. And we'll go to, so I have Xcode open over here. So we go to the simulator. Did I open it yet? Let me see, simulator. And open simulator. I don't have any simulators on this. Oh, come on. All right, let me go and get me a iPhone. What's the latest iPhone out right now? I want an iPhone Touch. They still have those out? Is iPhone 5? I don't know. Whatever. Oh, jeez, I don't have operating system. Oh my. So apparently I never used the simulator on this phone. Let me see. On this device. That's how long ago we tested Apple. Let me see. So let's do a quick search then. Xcode get updated or get device simulator. Let me see. Let's go here. And And let's go to installing and managing simulators. So, oops, let's go here. Install a simulator. Let me see. Install and manage simulators, Xcode, settings. All right, let's do that. Let me go and do that. Unexpected turn of events, but you know, we do what we do. Let me see. Where is that? Let me find the simulator. Let's see here. There is the simulator. We go to Xcode. Okay, go Xcode, then you go to settings, right? There you go. So now if we go to good morning, Melvin J. Johnson. How are you doing? Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you for stopping by this morning. All right, let's do iOS. Oh, that's a big file. All right, let's see how fast it can download. Let's put our internet to the test. Let's see. All right, so while that's downloading, well, in the meantime, let me check this on the Android device while it's downloading so that we can see if we're having that issue with the close button. The album, Melvin, do you have it's everywhere. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's on YouTube Music, it's on Amazon Music. I can drop you a link if you let me know where do you normally listen from your music for. I'll drop it in the chat. It's also in the description. All the platforms in the description, but drop it in the chat and I will give you that specific link. All right, so let's run this real quick. Let's go to, yeah, this is taking a sweet time. I should have been more prepared because this is taking a sweet little time. But if we go here and let me move this up over here so I can see it. So if we go here and we do, oops. Yeah. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Let's go to here. Okay. Why am I not getting a keyboard on? It's probably the emulator, to be honest. Because I should be able to get a keyboard showing up. Let's see. I don't know why the keyboard isn't showing up. It's probably the emulator, I'm guessing. Let me stop. Let me turn off the whole phone and turn it back on. Let's see. It should be on Pandora too. Let me see if I have the Pandora link on there. I don't know if I have Pandora link on there. Let me see. Oh, I do have Pandora link. There you go. Pandora right there. Awesome. Appreciate it. Boom. And there goes Pandora for anybody who uses Pandora. There you go. All right. Let me see if this is going to work on the emulator. Emulators are so tricky to deal with. Let me see if I go here. It's not popping up for me. I don't know why. It is not popping up. I wonder if I can test it on the phone. Let me see what I can do. Let's see if we can test it on the phone. Let's see. We got Alexis in the building. Good morning, Alexis. How are you doing? Merry Christmas to you as well. Hopefully, you and the family are doing well. Merry Christmas to your husband and your daughters, too. Shout out to you guys. Let me see. So this is still done. I don't know why my keyboard isn't popping up. Let me see. Nope. Let's see. Let's stop that. Run it. I click it here. Try a different device. Let's go to device manager. Stop that. Let's try the Pixel Fold. Let's see if that one works. And okay, let's do Pixel Fold. Anybody have a folding phone? How do you guys like the folding phones? So it wants to open the keyboard, but it doesn't. Oops. I need to try it on the actual phone. Let me see what I can do on the actual phone. What if we do, I go to AirDroid Cast, and let me move this over here for now. Not sure what this is. Let me see. Happy you like Victim Olympics? That's one of my favorites. Let me see. Wireless. All right, connected to the phone. Let me see now to see how I'm going to actually connect to this device. That's the thing. If you don't deploy on a regular basis, then you're gonna be like, how do I connect to this thing? Let me see. We want to do okay, so now on my phone, I would want to go to share this thing, go to settings. And I want to go to developer tools on the phone. And I want to say, where is this? Apple simulator done yet? Okay, my Apple simulator is done. So let's pivot to Apple. We'll figure this part out later. So, okay, so it's verifying the iOS runtime. Where is USB debugging? All right, wireless debugging. That's what I need. Let's go to say allow. And refresh that. Let me go over here real quick. Let's see. Let's go to Flutter test or Flutter run on Android device. If I go to on a real device, all right. Enable developer options. Got that. Plug your phone to USB. I don't want to use the USB though. I wish I could do it wirelessly. Let me see if I can do it wirelessly. Let's go to Flutter. Go back over here. Flutter devices. Let's see what's connected. Emulator. All right. Well, for now, wow, because that's done. Let's go to our Xcode. Where's Xcode? Simulator, and we're gonna cancel that. Create a new simulator. We're multitasking over here, right? So let's do the iPhone 15. All right, create. That's interesting, Melvin. That is interesting. All right, so we should have our simulator created. Let's go to Open Simulator. Okay, cool. All right, we have our simulator. Now let's try to run our app on the simulator. I see how it is, Alexis. You know what? Let me show this. First and foremost, where is it? Thank you so much, Roxy. And for Alexis, why is it that it took Roxy having it on regular rotation for now for you to be intrigued? Oh, you know what? Alexis, you get one of these.
How dare you?
How dare you, Alexis? How dare you? I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Almost hurt. Almost hurt. All right. So we have our Apple emulator up and running. Let's go and see if we can get this started. It says open iOS simulator. Let me refresh that. Let's go to, okay, let's choose that. And let's, oh my goodness. Why do I not have the option to run it on that? Oh, there we go. iPhone 15. And we're going to run that. There we go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens on the Apple simulator. I hear that. I hear that, Melvin. I hear that. All right, let's see. What is error? So iOS runner app delegate uses deprecated UI attribute updating. CocoaPods not installed. Skipping pod. What in the world? CocoaPods is a package for iOS or Mac platform code. Without CocoaPods, plugin will not work. Always something. Always something. Well, let's go see what this is talking about. Copy URL. Let's go to the other side. we need to install CocoaPods. All right, so it's built with Ruby and will be installable with the default Ruby available on Mac. However, recommended. Yada yada yada. All right, so guess we have to. Do we have gems installed though? All right, let's see what we can do. If that doesn't work, then we'll have to install gems in order to install CocoaPod. It's always something gem. I wonder if we can install CocoaPod via brew. Let's see. Let's try this gem thing first. Gem install CocoaPods. I guess gem does work. Never heard of gem before. I probably did this before, but forgot because it was like at the beginning of the year. We wanted to get this phone connected. Let's see. I don't know why I couldn't. Anything? Bueller? Bueller? I don't know if it's actually doing anything. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Just need a little kick. All right, so we have that. Oh, you don't have right. All right, so I guess we'll do sudo for super user access and then gem install Cocoa Pods. And what's my password? Okay, see what happens now. Should have access. But I agree with you, Melvin. I don't think I'll ever buy a new phone again. The past few phones that I've purchased have been from back market and they are practically brand new. I haven't bought one for myself yet though, but I bought it for other people. It says error installing the latest version of Secure Random to support your Ruby gems was try installing it with gem. Oh my god. Oh, see, this is all see, and this is why I like to do stuff live so that you can actually see all the different little complexities that we run into when we are working on this stuff, right? Because I'm telling you, you'll watch a video and say, "Oh, this is perfectly fine," and then, it's so easy to do, and then you actually try to do it, and you run into all these obstacles. Oops. We want to do this one. Oh, come on, where am I? There we go. Let's do sudo. Make sure. Sudo. Let's see. All right, this is getting on my nerves. Let me just do it this way. Sudo. And all right, let's see if that. So first we have to install this secure random, and then we could install the CocoaPods. All right, so it did it? Yeah, yes, it did it. All right, so okay, cool. So now we can go back up and do the sudo gem install CocoaPods and see what happens there. Okay, all right, so still errors. All right, so, oh my goodness, are you guys serious? Oh, let's do that one. Install DRB. All the hidden complexities. Or maybe we can just install the latest version of Ruby. Let me see. we probably have to install the latest version of Ruby. How do you install the latest version of Ruby? Install latest version of Ruby on Mac. All right, let's install the latest version of Ruby. So let's see, we have Ruby dash V. Not how it's expected today to end up. Let's see. So let's go over here. Brew install Ruby. Can we do that? Installing Ruby with Homebrew. Mm, let's how about Mac updating to latest version of Ruby. All right, so Homebrew install RBNV. All right, so to update Ruby to the latest version of Mac, you can use Homebrew, brew install, and alternative you can use. All right, let's do that. Let's just do the latest version. Let's go over here. Brew install Ruby. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, looks like we're getting the latest version of Ruby now. Ruby is a programming language and framework, like um, like Node and stuff like that, npm stuff like that. All right, so let's try to do this again. Trying to install CocoaPods just so that we can be able to run our app on our emulator. Okay, I guess we'll have to do sudo again. An unexpected turn of events, as we always have on this channel. All right, it says the latest version of active support to support your Ruby. Let me see, Ruby dash V. All right, so let's see. Let's go over here real quick. All right. Let's do this real quick. If you don't have Homebrew pages, all right. So now let's do. I'm just gonna do this brew install, so we can switch to versions of Ruby, I guess. Let's go to here. So we're installing RB environment, so we can be able to switch our versions of Ruby. RB env init. I know this tall thing keeps showing up. So now Ruby dash V 2.6. What are you guys doing today? What are you guys doing on Christmas today? All right, we're gonna do this one. RB install dash L. And we will do Ruby install 3.4.1. What are your plans for today, Alexis? What are your plans for today, Roxy, Melvin, Yakar? Any plans for today? All right, we're installing 3.4.1. Let's see. You know what, Melvin? That's a great question. That is a great question. I did not because I I need to do it on this. I'm gonna add it to the notes right now for Saturday morning. Let's see if we do. I'm gonna add it right now to the notes now that you're mentioning it. Saturday's gonna be the 28th. All right, cool. Because I forget. Let me see. Copy. All right, cool. Let me see. Yeah, you're about to head down to South Florida. Have a very, very safe drive tomorrow, by the way. All right, so Ruby's still installing, and then we need to do RB env global 3.4.1 to make that the default version. Then we're gonna do RB. Oops. RB.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Ruby-v. And it still says that. Hold on. Let me add right here. Check out DXYZ per Melvin J. John. All right, got it. I got it on the notes for Saturday. All right, Melvin. So I'm definitely gonna check it out on Saturday morning. All right. So what in the world? RBNB Global. Oh, okay. Now we need to do export path. And then we need to do this thing. And then, yeah, it's pretty advanced. It's part of deploying to the App Store. Well, not even deploying, testing on the different emulators and stuff like that. Let me see. Let's see. Source. See Ruby dash V. All right, we got the latest version. Now let's go all the way back up to sudo install CocoaPads. See what happens. If this errors out, then I will take it offline, get this to work. All right, it's going. Nice. All right, it went through. If we could at least see it on the, we can at least see it on the emulator, that'd be cool. So let's go to here. No, we have CocoaPods installed. Let me try this. Let's try to turn off the emulator. Quit simulator. And I'm going to open it again. Then we're going to wrap it up in a few minutes. Simulators. And let's see. Wrong device. Wrong device. All right, there we go. Let's see what happens. Well, let me see. CocoaPod is not installed. It is installed though. Let's try to close this out all the way and then open up Android Studio. Wherever it may be. One more time. All right. Looks like something's different is showing up. You guys are killing me here. You are killing me here. Automatically assign platform iOS with version. Okay. Gotta be kidding. And one last time. Well, I guess we'll pick up on this Monday because this is annoying me. We're good. We're good. We are good at this point. I'll get so by Monday I'll get the device is connected to the computer, and we'll have the iOS working so that we can figure that out. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. What we expected to happen did not. And we just continue to fix and build, fix and build, fix and build like we always do. All right. But with that being said, we'll go back to full screen. I am going to get out of here. You guys have an amazing, amazing Christmas day. Merry Christmas to you all. Let me check the chat before we get out of here. And let me see anything. So Roxy says that she is hopefully chilling today and not working. I hope so as well. I hope you have a very, very relaxed day. But if they do call you in, go and run up that double pay. But hopefully you get to relax. But if not, get your money. Get your money. Alexis is packing. Let me see. Like I said, have a safe trip. In between watching holiday movies, and I'm making our family rice pudding. Ooh, rice pudding. Rice pudding is amazing. Let me see. Anything else? And I have a hair appointment in your city. Really? Oh my goodness, that is awesome. I wonder where. I'll message you. And Mom says, chilling with my in-laws and family in cold Minnesota. Oh my goodness, in Minnesota. Says, take the side by side with the tractor tracks on it and out in the ice and do some more donut fish for the first time. Sounds like fun. Rex says, my phone has been ringing since I left work. I have to go in, got obligations to meet. Hey, Roxy, you are a bag chaser. Do what you got to do. But we will be praying for you. Hopefully it's not too cold up there. And we got Alexander. What's up, Alexander? How are you doing? Merry Christmas to you. I thought you had to be in the same directory to install that app. No, it's supposed to install on the simulator, but I just realized that when I got this computer, this laptop, I had never installed the iOS simulator on it. So I actually did this on the other computer earlier in the year. So just have to go through getting all this to work. But once we get this latest, or hopefully once we get this latest pod CocoaPod thing to update, then we should be able to get it started. So hopefully by Monday, I have all that straightened out, and then we can actually test the actual app on these simulators and then on the actual devices, so that hopefully by New Year's Eve morning, we can try to push these to the App Store. So we shall see. We shall see. Let me see. And Melvin says, tech ladies are cool. Roxy and Alexis, are you in the tech field? I will let them answer for themselves since you asked them. But let's see. Yep. Roxy is a registered nurse, the greatest registered nurse that I know. All right, cool. So let's wrap it up for today. Really appreciate you guys. Have a Merry Christmas. I will see you guys. If you're in the Patreon, I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. as I go through updating my resume with all of my wins and accomplishments from the last time I updated from earlier this year. And then if not in the Patreon, I will see you guys tomorrow night as we continue working on our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. All right. Yeah. So you guys have a wonderful day. Spend the time with family, and if you are at work, we will be thinking of you and we will be praying for you. And we will hopefully everybody stays warm as well. Stay warm as best as you can. But this is Tech Coach Ralph. Actually, no, I can't go yet. I can't go yet especially because Roxy has to go into work today. I am going to play Roxy's song on our way out. Let me see. Where is my Roxy song? Is it this one? Let me see if it's this one. There we go.
Roxy in the scrub, she's our guiding light, fixing up the broken in the darkest night. Needles and coat, she's got it all down. Queen of the ward, never wears a frown. In the hall she's running, never breaks a sweat. Patching wounds and systems never lost yet. Heart of gold and hands so steady. On call for all, always ready. Oh, Roxy, you rock those scrubs like a boss. Through the chaos and cold, never at a loss. Nurse of the year, lifting spirits high. With every stitch and line, you touch the sky. With a stethoscope and keyboard side by side, healing through the numbers and the patient's pride. Roxy's got the power and the skill to mend. Every life she touches, she's a friend. In the midst of beeping machines and pain, her confidence soothing like the rain. For every patient in need, she stands tall. Roxy's the anchor for us all. Oh, Roxy, you rock those scrubs like a boss. Through the chaos and cold, never at a loss. Nurse of the year, lifting spirits high. With every stitch and line, you touch the sky. In the midst of beeping machines and pain, her confidence soothing like the rain. For every patient in need, she stands tall. Roxy's the anchor for us all. Oh, Roxy, you rock those scrubs like a boss. the chaos and cold, never at a loss. Nurse of the year, lifting spirits high. With every stitch and line, you touch the sky.
Thank you for your service, Roxy. All right, you guys, I am out of here. You guys have an amazing, amazing day. This is Tech Coach Ralph. We are out.
Sun's up, early caffeine's our call. Ralph with tech news ready for all. Coding workouts getting us toned. By sunrise we'll be in the zone. Grab your Java, sip the brew. Headlines, tech tips just for you. Editing lines, making it tight. With every keystroke we see the light. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Push those reps in lines of code. Script the future fast and bold. From headlines deep to bites so bright, we're your guide to morning mites. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coding flows, camaraderie grows. News unfolds and insight flows. Minute by minute, heartbeats pace. Come join us at the daily race. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind.